Good afternoon from the East Coast of the Liberia Public Radio. I'm Afonso Zeensot of the Liberia Public Radio. I want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you so much for joining us here. This is the Diaspora Informative News Hour. We intend not to leave no one behind in the process of the social, economic, and political conversations in the Republic of Liberia. No matter to your status or what other people feel about you, all must be held accountable. I am Ezenso. This beautiful Saturday afternoon here in the East Coast. Time check is 12:20 Eastern Standard Time. Good afternoon, Liberians and the rest of the world. Welcome to the show, and very shortly we're going to have a conversation here. In the meantime, taking you to neighboring Cote d'Ivoire with Coromin, where you see the share button and share the show for us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your location. So I want to welcome you to this all-important program. As usual, we're always here to bring you news, information, and entertainment right here from the Diaspora Informative News outlet Liberia Public Radio. I am your host and presenter, Tafonso Zayenso. It's unusual, right, to be a Saturday morning or afternoon your son. Wow. A lot is unfolding, and we intend to engage those conversations. If you are joining us for the first time, we say good morning, good afternoon. Beautiful weather here in the East Coast here. Okay. What the conversations in Liberia, politics, social, economic is still unlimited, and Liberian cross-country, as we are in the process to usher in new government that is unfolding behind the scene. And we intend not to leave no one behind in the conversation. So this morning, afternoon my time, there was something that caught the attention of the Liberia Public Radio New England Bureau desk, and we thought that we give it this conversation. Just bear with us. If at all you haven't seen glaciers here for some reason, because of the weather yesterday is being like that. Well, the Senate of MONROVIA is the heat of the Senate. What we just heard yesterday, the Treasury Department slammed the Law City Mayor of the Republic of Liberia, Major Jefferson Tambakoji, is now being slammed with sanctions. Well, in the midst of that, when one gave way, other comes in. In the meanwhile, there was an interesting article on the front page that caught my attention, and we thought of reaching out. An investor Liberian offered Liberian government cash for major post. What is the interpretation of that and how this comes about? Well, the guy who made the offer that is behind this is Mr. Octavious B. Gilman. He's based in Michigan, Detroit, right here in the USA. He's joining me here to have this conversation, how it came about, and what he's really up to. Let's go to Detroit, Michigan this morning, where Octavia is standing by, and I'm going to be bringing in for us to have this conversation. Let me zoom it in right here and see whether it can. Okay, let's do it right there. If you have a device on, just mute it there so that we can have feedback as well. Okay, man, almost like, is that, are you in Monrovia or are you right here in Detroit? Check your microphone. Your microphone was muted.
Yes, I'm in the U.S.
Okay, all right. I thought you were already in the post here. Okay, well, Octavius, thank you for joining us here this afternoon. Beautiful weather here in the East Coast, and I'm quite sure some that's the same weather. But let's have a conversation here. Quite a long time. How things?
It's been going great. I'm grateful to God. I cannot lie on Him.
Okay, good. All right. Oh, so what you make of before we get to the real powerball issue of the day? What you make of the process so far in Liberia, the transitional process, the incoming of Ambassador Joseph Newman boycott?
Yeah. First of all, let me say thanks to you and your platform, the station. I'm grateful to be here, and also thanks to our listening audience who will be listening to us, and I will also be learning from them and you as well. And thanks to my family, and thanks to the Almighty God for giving me the strength, the courage to do this. Uh, they, the process so far, I must admit, a strong critic, and I don't need to tell anyone of President Weah. But I mean, he wrote his own legacy at the end of um, uh, by government or whatever you want to put it. But he wrote it like I said that Liberian will always remember, and that he was able to save hundred or thousand of life, depending on the way in which he accepted the result to move on. I mean, that's something that a lot of people do not understand, but some of us that live through history and know what's unfolding in Africa and around the world, for an African sitting president to concede to election 120,000 votes in me a lot.
Okay, you're talking basically of the president concessions to concede way even before the election commissions announces the result, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot more than that agree with you, and I've said this here because and other people see it well, but we do not have control over other people's views and opinion as well. So let's for clarity, for the benefit of our listening audience, are you a politician or you a business man?
I'm not a
Or the
politician.
combination of both?
No, I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman. And what I learned over the year there, you cannot be a good politician. I mean, you cannot be a successful business person or a businessman or a businesswoman if you stay out of politics. So that's based on what I learned in this country, and that's what I intend to do, and that's what I continue to do.
I'm not sure what I'm getting feedback from your end. If you have any device on there, you got to, if you're watching, you want to just get the volume off completely because other than that, going to come back. Okay, let's see. Do you hope to be a politician?
No.
Are you working to get a political position?
And that's what the conversation is about. And this conversation is about the major position, and I understand that it's a political position, but at the same time, I want to start a conversation among Liberians, more especially the young people, that this position should not be an appointed. It's not supposed to be an appointed position. It's supposed to be an elected position, because if the mayor of Monserrate was elected by anybody, last president elect, that may not question.
I think the audio is corrupted. If it's possible, you can go and come back because I want to make sure we do the audience a fair favor to get us. Go and come back. Let's see what we're going to get. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. We just want to make sure for those of you joining us, this is the first time. This is LPR, Liberia Public Radio, Diaspora Informative News Outlet. We keep the conversation on fair, balanced, proportionate. We do not, we are not for, we are not against government or opposition. Neither we are a resisting movement. We just give the opportunity to allow people to explain, and we tell the story. And so whatever tend to be a news, we are not selective with news processing. What was to be news, that's what we take. There's a traditions on this network. We do not speak the language that you speak in terms of your political affiliation or to play into your political narrative. We tell you what you need to know. You have the right to agree and disagree with us as well. So, and that is cool. And so you are at liberty to tweet, to challenge our conversation, to express your views and your opinion. But we just call for mutual civility as we interact or interface, depending on your locations or whatever you are. And that is very much important. And so this is why we are having this conversation. That this is the first time to just follow the page. It's Liberia Public Radio. There's an official website, www.liberiapublicradio.com as well. You can get hold of us on nearly all of the social media outlets. The Facebook, which of course you have the opportunity of viewing right now, the YouTube, the Twitter, LinkedIn, and all of that. We are. In the coming days, a week, the audio version simultaneously will be aired as well on the official new outlet of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. Hopefully, our guests will join us back, and then we're going to be having a conversation here. We understand Mr. Octavious Gilman has offered 100,000 United States dollars. I told the incoming administration we want to make sure we have this conversation, and I will get it right. Okay, Mr. Gilman is back here. Octavious, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, all right. I think much better. Okay, so let's get a ball rolling. But you again, are you saying it's not a political, it's a political position, but you want it to be what? Elected? You say you want it to be an elected position?
Yeah, this is my goal. This is my reason of doing this. to put the pressure on the Liberian voter, more especially the young people, and to demand who their president and their representative and senator, that the major position should not be appointed, it should be elected. Because if I'm the president of the Republic of Liberia and appoint Mr. So, that means that he or she is answerable to what? To Octavious Gilman. That's it. But if that position was elected, that means he or she answerable to the Liberian voter. It will force them to deliver. But if I just answerable to you, I just got to go and kiss the ring every morning and I'm done.
Okay, so let's have a conversation. I kind of saw this news story on front page and other news outlet. Investor offers new Liberian government cash for major positions. Correct? Is that it?
Yes.
So, what is the cash in question? To disregard what I put there, probably is not right. But my understanding was 100,000 United States dollars.
Yeah, and you 100% right. I'm giving the Liberian government 100,000 United States dollars to deposit here anytime they want, in the bank account of the Republic of Liberia, with an agreement to appoint me as the mayor of MONROVIA, and with the intention to create 10,000 jobs each year, and to create 60,000 jobs in your first 6 years of your presidency. Failure to do that, I want to be audited every year. If I fail to produce my 10,000 jobs every year, I mean, the first year I should be dismissed immediately, and my $100,000 should be given to the Liberian people.
Okay, so we're going to do a step by step for clarity of our audience. So my understanding, the 100,000 is like a collateral based on the offer.
Yes. If I cannot deliver, if I cannot produce that 10,000 jobs, the Liberian government, the first year, because every year I want to be audited. Every year.
Major positions is a very crucial. Unlike in Liberia, I know here in the United States, the majors are more or less, and I do agree. I'm not sure why, because this is how it used to be. I think there is a need now to the municipal government is returned to the people, where people wish to have these people to be elected. And I hope the lawmakers are rewarding themselves 9 years, 6 years, and all of that. There's a need to go back to that provisions where the municipal government people in those local or areas should be able, such as the major position. That's what we use our superintendent, town chief, crime chief, those things. And I know it's a cost, but there where we see the independence of government and how government is being decentralized. So that one, you have my back on that one. Yeah. Let me ask you, are you a supporter of any of the political parties in the past or now that participated in the electoral process in Liberia?
No, I work for Mr. Cummins, and that's it. And yeah.
You work for Mr. Cummins as a lobbyist or what?
I work for him, and that's it.
So I just want to make sure lobbyists or in what form and context? Member of a super PAC, because the
I was just putting this way. I was working. He hired somebody, piece of job for him, and that person hired me to work for them.
Did you financially support his campaign?
I got paid for that, for my work.
I mean, yeah, but you support his campaign. Is that what I'm asking?
That means I was working for him. That mean
you're working for him.
Yeah.
And you were paid for what you were doing.
Yes.
What specifically you were doing? I'm curious to know.
I cannot disclose this right now.
Any special reason for that?
Yeah, based on the job.
Based on the job.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. In the long run here, we always engage our onliners, their views, their opinions matter. It does not in any form or context represent the views and the ideologies of this network, but we accord them the opportunity to interface and interact with them. You know, in Liberia, I mean, you know, in the US here and other places, they call that pay to play. Give us the perfect interpretations of this offer, what it means. What signal are you sending? Ordinary person out there will be thinking, wait, is he buying this job? Is he setting the political, is he a political ploy to the boycott administration? And if they accept this offer, then somebody might come back to say, okay, well, this guy who know he's an agent, is he setting the boycott administration up for a failure to say, well, they are taking, they are being compromised financially? What is the intent, just for clarity, to let our audience know what you are offering?
And that's a pretty good question. And going into this, I have one goal, is to start the conversation about this position. It's not a fun position. One, my goal was to put pressure on whoever that would be selected as a mayor, that the position is not to kiss the incoming president a ring or finger, is to deliver for the Liberian people and the people of Monrovia. That's your sole responsibility, to create job opportunity and provide security and make sure the city is well protected. Now, I understand that. I would use your word. You said a layman would think that or would feel that I'm bribing. I could do it. Look, I live in Liberia. Uh, I understand the politics. I could go behind the scene and even increase that amount to $200,000. I doubt it that if anybody gonna receive that amount, and I mean to say no, but I choose to go public for so many different reasons. Now it's on, I mean it's on TikTok, all the newspaper carrying it, our own tour radio station in Liberia. It's out there now. The conversation is out there. What I'm pushing to the Liberian people in Liberia, most especially the young people, is job security. My number one focus is security. Security, job, security, job. So now they're out, they are carrying the noise around that low. If you're gonna refuse this man because he said he's gonna give you $100,000 in public and he's not even giving it to you, if you're gonna refuse it and bring Alfonso to soul, Alfonso got to deliver. Whether he part of the party, whether he your son, whether he make a donation to the UP, this man got to deliver the 10,000 job for the people of Monrovia. That's my goal for the next mayor, for the pressures to be on who or she going to be the mayor.
We're going to come to those jobs if chosen or appointed or whatever form are going to be used by the incoming administration. Let me ask you, your actions, your offer, is there some of any invisible politically motivated action or what? Is there any other person who are supporting your initiative that we need to know?
No, this money coming 100% from my account.
Without any political influence or anybody that within or outside of the system involved, correct?
No, I mean I got friends in this country. I'm grateful for that. People like Joseph Jackson, the late Cindy McCain, other people I know that I know, former senator for Arizona, Jeff Flake. I know a couple of people that, I mean, the guy who owned one of the largest soybean farm in Des Moines and Grant. I mean, I know a lot of great player, Tony, and so that these are two billionaires. But I'm excited to know them, but that don't mean that they are funding this. This is 100% from my account.
You had a conversation with any of those friends with your political decisions that you're trying to, or that you have made? Any consultation with any of them?
I mean, we have so many different discussions about my future and my goal for my country, but it will not title this.
Will you ask them for donation if you were to tell them?
No, since I've been knowing them, I never asked anybody for any assistance. It's all about what are you doing, what your next goal, what your next step, and we'll discuss it in the time now, which maybe I would need a help, but not right now. I can't afford that.
My understanding to being in and out of Liberia. Tell me into your understandings of the city corporations for which you are coming out to make this sort of offer and potentially to increase the offer if need be. Why you think the city corporations of Monrovia?
They they said I was there. I was in Liberia less than 2 months ago. The first time I was there for 2 days. My my visit was to look at how many to do an assessment. So my team and I, we did an assessment. We went for only one goal, is to see how many Zogos are in the city. And we did that assessment. It was brilliant. And the second time we wanted to know how much garbage in the country. I mean, in the city. Because I got a friend that run uh, a fertilizer company. And that was sole purpose of going there to see how much garbage, and we did that. And I can tell you, Liberia is like a diamond mine from a business perspective. The country got too much potential, and the people that people refer to as Zogo, that's $1 billion industry sitting right there, and the city can pay for itself, can take care of your own people, and develop your own self with your own resources that it sit on. But you need a different mindset of people that can do that, and somebody like me.
Somebody like you did an assessment. What did this assessment suggest? What and figure in terms of how many of those people disadvantaged and people that were not properly rehabilitated? I was in Liberia as well. I know I see the desperations of the young generations, the situations, how politicians has managed to keep them down because they do not want to have the to discover their potential and the kind of help that needed is not forthcoming as well. How is there any figure from the assessment that you did in terms of how many of those people in the city of Monrovia and how you're going to transform their lives?
Yeah, you see, a lot of times we get confused with people that are in the street because they are dirty and they look confused. I don't know where that walk came from, Zogo, but that don't mean they. That don't mean, let me just use me as for example. That don't mean I'm better than them. Um, um, these are our brothers and sisters. The thing is poverty, is job, and you provide. I got I got 23 of them working for me on my properties in the country. And these are people that if you provide opportunity for them, you change their entire life. And not every one of them want to be on drugs. Not every one of them want to sleep in a graveyard. Not every one of them want to rob people. They just don't have it. And somebody that came from, I always tell people that I got a dual citizenship when it comes to poverty and somebody who is successful. I know what it means to go to bed hungry. I know what it means to eat a plum and go to bed. I live that lifestyle in Grand Jita County. I cannot see somebody in that condition and write them off because I will. And when you look at them, the only thing they are lacking is the opportunity, is job. Provide job for them and you will change their life. And that's what I intend to do.
How do you intend to provide that job? What sort of job are you talking about? Just over folks, I'm getting some breakup. Are you there, Octavio? Okay, I think he's there's a frozen on your end. Let me just see and get him up. Hopefully it will be stabilized. The water is somehow too. He's there in Detroit, Michigan. Let me see. I'm still okay. Let me just get him off here completely, and then hopefully he can come. When he comes back, we can have this conversation. Okay, it is what it is. There's a new administration incoming, and so to all Liberians, and we say it, people, if they have the potential, we got to give them the opportunity. For us here on this network, we are not judgmental. Give people the opportunity to have this critical national conversation here. Okay, hopefully, sorry, that was the internet. Yeah, I was asking you what sort of job that you intend to create within the city corporations of Monrovia that is not there now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what I created different jobs. The idea is
Example of what?
I want the citizen of Monrovia to become a plumber, carpenter, electrician, and there'll be factories coming in. I know about 2 factories will be coming in the country.
Having some like real interruptions into the from his side. I'm not sure what is going on there, but just bear with us. Uh, Octavia, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, yeah, go ahead because it's I know the picture is frozen, but once we get the audio, that's good.
Yeah. So I mean, there'll be different jobs. At the end of the day, what I know about 2 different factors that will be coming in the country by my contract. So it's 100%. So those factories producing almost close to 7,000 jobs.
So what specific job were those? Where are they coming from? From the U.S.?
Yes, one that coming the other one will be coming from Texas. Look, as a private real estate investor, um, I'm blessed to know people, and that's why uh, I never refused a phone call, but I refused to take that any phone call. Look, the thing is, I produced one of the factory companies to fertilizer, and the fertilizer company will be in the country, and the will be in the country, and the other one is coming.
I'm not sure why the audio is distorting here. Are you getting me loud and clear? Yeah, yeah, for some reason from your end or to the audio. Guys, folks, is it audible well? I want to make sure because it is of really importance for us to make sure that this conversation it goes well in terms of hearing me well, getting him as well. Are you hearing me, Octavius? Okay, there you go again. Is Are you hearing me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay, okay. Hopefully it stays better like that. Okay, so I just didn't get the last part, but let's see. Let's forge ahead and see if we can uh, have more of that here. So
I can hear you loud and clear.
what it takes to run an effective city, and let's be very specific here: the city of the city corporations of Monrovia. For discussion purposes, if you were offered that opportunity, here we are, and I heard you saying young people. Major Jefferson Tamakoji is a young guy as well. Uh, Here we are. He's been sanctioned by the Treasury Department, not just only for human rights, but corruption. So why may you think ordinary librarian there would not be scratching their head? What is other young guy? Where is he coming from? Is he coming to finish what he Jefferson Koji did not finish? Those could be the calculation. There could be the talking of other ordinary people because they went through the well. What it takes to run a city corporation on Octavius Gilman as a mayor of the city of Monrovia.
Look, that's a pretty good question, and I understand those concerns by the Liberian people. They are 100% right. But yeah, it's the difference. You are looking at somebody who is self-made. I never brag about my education. I don't have a degree. I went to school. I graduated from AGM. I went to school in Ghana as a computer tech. I was 3 months to get my bachelor degree in the United States. I dropped out, so I don't even claim that. And then I moved to start. I started my cleaning business in Detroit. And then I sold the business. I started a home care business. I sold it, and I got into real estate. So I'm I'm comfortable, and I'm happy to where I am. And without a degree, I know what the main to live the high life. My car got repossessed in this country. I got evicted from my apartment, and now today I own different. I mean, I own a lot of property in this country, 100% paid for. So I'm grateful. I'm not one who is going broke. So let's establish that. I understand people will say, but I mean, the rich people or successful people stay in their money. I got it. But if I wanted to brag for this position, I would never go public. I want people to understand that. But my goal is I don't want to be remembered when I die how much money I have, how good my children live. I want to be remembered how many people I've helped. And that's why I continue to do that in the country, to build hand pumps all over the country right now as we speak.
What are some of your investment? Talking about the hand pump, I know we had a conversation maybe a year or in the past. What are some of the investments you currently have in the country?
Okay. Right now, my contribution to my country right now, I have when you talk to Liberia, you read about what killed our people. The thing that is lacking is safe drinking water. So I was able to to provide safe drinking water to in different era. Right now as we speak, that my team is in Kunabo district. They can another put another hand pump. That will be my fourth hand pump in Grand Juda County. I got three in Nima County. I got one in Maserado. I got one in Grand Basso. I can go on. So um, provide thousands of people safe drinking water that I don't know about, and also helping children in Nima County with school fees. My investment in the country. I'm a private real estate developer in Liberia. I'm a private real estate investor in the United States. I buy property in Liberia. I own some of the finest land in the country. I also am building. I know people building different property in the country, like hall. I know different things that I do.
Is it a fair question to ask how much Octavia Gilman's worth?
I know that question will come. It's not the first time. Because if you say how much Octavius Gilman was, um, I don't
Because
know.
about the 86 Constitution now, we don't know whether it will be perfected into actions of people, officials to declare, make full declarations of their assets. So I'm just trying to get the horse
Yeah,
ahead of
well,
you.
if I give an opportunity, to be the next mayor of Maserati, I will declare my asset.
You want to do it now to put other on edge to see the transparency of you, so that way it plays out within the public cycle. Is that something you're considering doing now, or?
Um, 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 I know I'm blessed. Um, I'm successful, but I will do that when the appropriate time reaches.
Couple of $1 million or what?
I'm 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 successful. I'm blessed based on my real estate investment.
Successful. Okay, we are now going to put you. What do you think is the priority now of the city corporations of Monrovia upon if chosen or elected that you immediately want to jumpstart? What is the priority right now in your view, your visit, or what you see coming out? People that are working for you, what are they telling you? What is the immediate solution if you were to be appointed or confirmed or whatever method going to be used? What do you think is the immediate solution to the city corporation of Monrovia?
My number one priority, I was there, so it's not somebody telling me. I don't stay 2 days. I don't stay more than 2 days in the country. I will be going back in the coming days. The thing is, the number one priority is security. Number one is security. and because I want to attract investor. And so as a businessman, I understand exactly what we look for. So my number one priority would be security, and number two is job. I want to make sure that every single individual that want the job should have a job, and not just any job. I want a livable wage for my brothers and sisters in the country and in the city.
100,000 bucks, that's a very good catch. Very good one. Since this pronouncement, since you threw this thing out, has anybody reached out to you directly or indirectly?
Yes. A couple of people reached out to me. People close to the incoming president. People from Jeremiah, the VP team. A lot of people, most especially the people from the campaign. But the concern was why I went public, and 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 I said this to them that look, if I wanted to bribe, I will go I will go in the dive, but I don't want that to happen. I want the pressure to be put on me that my money is a collateral, that I'm not giving it to y'all. Because after the 6 years, if I deliver my 60,000 job, I need my money back. So it's not a bribe. But somebody who cannot deliver will want to go directly to the VP or to the president elect and say, you know what, let me get you this and make me the mayor of Maserati. He or she will not be answerable to the Liberian people. They only got to answer to Joseph Newman and Jeremiah Kuhn, and that's wrong.
Why do you think they were expressing those sort of concern, asking you why you went public? Why you think is the basis of that question?
And that's normal. Our country is corrupt. So you will understand that. Look, and the thing is very, very simple. If I wanted this position, I could increase that money 3 times and get it if I wanted to bribe. But I want the next mayor should understand that, look, you have to deliver. And I'm not just stopping you. Why do you make me a mayor? And I'm not just stopping. The campaign is on that the next mayor will have to create security and job for his people. And they will see it that, look, if this man offer you, if this man will put in 100 grand of his own money and say he will provide 60,000 jobs for us, why you didn't give it to him and you give it to John Brown? If you give it to John Brown, we okay with that. But you have to make sure, or John Brown have to make sure that he or she deliver the same amount that he was asking for, the same amount of job that he was about to produce. John Brown had to deliver, and that is my next focus.
How many person talked to you precisely or reached out since this offer was made?
I would say for
Four.
four main players, but there are so many different people around them say that the part of the campaign, this and that. Look, I got contact, this and that. Why you went public? All of them saying the same thing. Why I went public? But I understand that.
What do you understand?
Why I went public? Why I did not go behind the scene? And I never wanted to go behind the scene. I want the pressure to be on me. That Liberian people should know that, look, my money is on the line. That if I cannot deliver a job for them, the government will take it. And I need my money back. That's why. Look, I only lower that number because 10,000 is very easy. And two other company producing almost close to $7,500. I mean 7,500 job. It's doable. So I will not be that dumb to pull $100,000 on the line if I know I cannot produce it. I cannot produce 10,000 jobs each year. And I'm talking about audit. I want the Liberian government to audit me every single year.
Audit is the traditions of any administration. I'm not sure why people hate it. Is to make sure to verify the process, know where you're coming in and what is going out, which of course it should be the normal routine of area administration or setting. Besides the phone call, were there any other conversation?
Yeah. I spoke to a couple of people that said, "Look, okay,
You
in
say a
case."
couple of people. When you say a couple of people, who are those people? Where are they? Are they here in the U.S. or in Liberia?
They when the president came, I spoke to somebody from his team, and when they were in Liberia, I spoke to somebody, that saw the article, in the paper, and then they reached out to me. Look, I mean, what I do is I say, look, if you want, you can look up me. You know, the only thing you will see is OBG Real as the developer company and see couple of my property. That's it. You know that. I mean, but they saying that will you be able to share your idea? And the answer is no. Yeah. If you're not elected or if you're not selected as the next mayor, will you be able to share your ideas that other people wouldn't use? And the answer is no. Can we pay for it? No.
So why? Then where is the patriotism? Because you don't get it, so that cannot be shared. Is that the case or what?
No, no, it's not. Then we got to do it public. I mean, you cannot come behind the scene to ask me for something. Then to do it public. I know we we did not get a job to the man, and that's all I'm asking. If I'm gonna give the idea to you, it should be public. It shouldn't be private. That's all. I'm not saying I'm not gonna do it, but I'm saying if I'm gonna give the idea to whoever become the next city mayor, it should be public. That Liberian people will know that look, this is the man you refuse to give a job to, but this is the man that providing the ideas for the job. That's all I'm asking for.
Have you made an attempt to speak with the president-elect since he's here, or do you hope to meet with him?
I don't mind. There are things in the work going on right now as we speak
To
meet with him.
to meet with him.
Yeah.
Have you spoken with him?
No.
Do you hope to have a phone call conversation with him prior to meeting?
Yep. It was discussed just last night that I can fly there anytime. They gave me the opportunity to do that and come back.
Where is he?
I said he in the state somewhere. I know. And I spoke to people that I mean around his team, and we are talking.
The conversation going good?
Yes, so far it's going good. I mean, look, they they the funny thing about this is I like how it's going, and everybody one piece of this pie, and when I even get to the 100 grand yet, I spent almost close to five grand already. That tell you.
Doing what? But anyway, that is, I know, and even all of you, and yeah, no, I'm not sure why I'm even asking that because I spent, what we're doing now is a public relations and getting these things on the front page and major news outlet. All of that it required require financial resources, which of course, I mean, money is money. You spend money to get money. It's
Yeah.
everywhere in the world, except it's some unusual strain here. People spend money. You go to lobbyists and you spend thousands, impossible million, depending what you want. So if you're privileged to meet Ambassador Joseph Newman Boyka and you look in his face, what will you tell him?
And I will be very blunt, and say, Mr. President, you are not fighting to become a two-term president. You are fighting to make your legacy, and I'm one of those who can write your legacy for you. Because at the end of the day, if in your first term, you will be the only president that created 60,000 jobs just in the city of Monrovia. That credit don't belong to me. It belongs to you. You will take that credit. So the job that was created in the United States yesterday, attained at 190,000. I stand to be corrected. The mayor in Detroit or the mayor in Atlanta did not take that credit, but majority of that credit go to Joe Biden. So that's how I want the president to look at that. That if you surround yourself with creative mind, people who have the country and the people are hard, you take the credit. And that would be my message to the president. That look, you are fighting for your legacy, for your name, and I one of those who can write that story for you. Because at the end of the day, if I wanted to bribe you or bribe your people, I could come with $200,000 cash and without nobody knowing I know a lot of people around him and say, look, make me the mayor. And nobody would know. They would just say, oh, Joseph Walker appointed somebody who never supported him or never a member of the UP. That's it. That's how it will go. It's an inclusive government. That's how. But they will not know that I gave him $200,000. But I went public for a reason. That the pressure will be on me to deliver. And that's exactly what I did. That pressure will be on the next mayor. That look, if I understand you're part of UP, I understand whatever discussion you and Joseph Newman or Jeremiah could have, but you have to deliver the 10,000 jobs that Octavious Gilman promised, and they were not giving it to him because whatever reason, but you have to deliver it.
There are other who might be out there like, this is another form of seeking public attention. Are you seeking the public attention here, or is that something serious you're working towards?
And what else do I need? I run one on a larger platform on social media in the diaspora called TSA International Talk Show. That's what makes me popular. I left that. So those who talking about being popular, I wanted to understand. I left the thing that make me popular to discuss Liberian politics. I always say that anything that is not good, I always say that anything that is good among Liberians is not popular. So I left the thing that would make me popular. I left it to discuss financial literacy. So I was attracting 1,000, 2,000 people when I discussing Liberian politics. Something I call nonsense. They're not making an impact in their life. They will come on. They know me for that. I left that to go to something that they don't like, that nobody will watch, that I will get only 5 to 10 people. So am I looking for attention? If I'm looking for attention, I will still be discussing Liberian politics today.
Let's go in here. How much do you intend, in terms of capital, to invest on your leadership as mayor? How much you think, budgetary wise, to make the city corporation to be up to date? How much you think?
And that's why and that's why you need creative mind. I want to save the country money.
I need a monetary value to run the corporations effectively. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, I have to get there to know exactly how many employees I will need, just for the city.
So why you didn't do all of these conversations? You went on the tour.
No, that's different. That's different because guess what I'm saying. Guess what I'm saying. I will be my goal is to go out and bring companies in to create jobs. My second thing is what? To save the country or the city money. So now I'm looking at close to $9 to $1 million every year. Because I cut it down on a lot of things. There are a lot of things that need to be.
What I'm asking, what will be your budget to run an effective corporation?
Yeah, that's why most of this city work will be outsourced to private company. So I cannot determine what you will bring in with your company or this and that. But my job as a city mayor is my number one job and focus to make sure the people are safe. That Liberians going home right now at 3 to 4 o'clock. They live in the city because they are afraid. The stores, the market, and the liquor shop, the shops, everything are closing between 4 to 5 o'clock. So now, what you do that, you kill the resources. So I want to provide security for that store to be open. The longer the store open, the more revenue.
Up to what time? Or when you say open, up to what time?
Up to whatever time. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, that's fine. Because along your store can be open, your bar can be open from whatever time to 2 o'clock in the morning. There will be limit on bar. There will be limit on restaurant and all that kind of thing. You're not setting liquor after 2 o'clock. And that's some law and system got to be put in place. You're not setting liquor to anyone under 21. There are a lot of things got to be put in place. But as long as your store be open late, there are a lot of revenue coming to the city. But do you know how much the city lost just by people going home 4 o'clock? From 4 all the way to 2 o'clock, do you know how much the city lost right there? That's a lot of resources. If you can provide security for them, the store will be open.
So are you seeing on your security, security in the context for the city, or security to provide security for this? So what are you talking about?
Security for the entire city. And look, they're not concerned about the armed robber per se. They're concerned about the people that other people refer to as zobos. And so the system is already dead that you will not see them. I'm not going to discuss it yet, but the system is dead. That's why my number one priority was when we went in the country, we look at it and we knew that exactly our problem. We knew the problem, the root cause to the problem, why stores are closing, why people are not. I mean, look, you need revenue. And you cannot get revenue when the people are leaving the city or stores are closing 3, 4 o'clock in the evening. That don't make sense. You got, before investors go anywhere. Look, I'm a private real estate investor. Before I look up area to buy a house, that location come first. After location, I look at the city. So there are a lot of things come in place. Security, I want to provide security for the man who's thinking that I can bring my business here. Is it safe? That's the first thing an investor look at. And all these things were discussed by people who want to go and invest in the country. You know.
What do you think that is not in place? Of course, security is paramount in every society, in every setting, because people want to be assured. But I'm giving you the opportunity to outline your vision why you want to be the city mayor of the city corporations of Monrovia. For example, XYZ is lacking under my leadership as the mayor. This is what I'm going to be doing. I'm looking at, in order to have a clean city corporations of Monrovia, effective corporations of Monrovia, is to, if it is to run, I need to have a budget of maybe uh, uh, 5 million, 1 million, 2, 3 million as a budget to upkeep the effective running. So you're talking about cleaning, we're talking about sanitation. I haven't heard all of that yet.
Yeah, okay. Look, a lot of time when people talking about this mayor position, the first thing they talk about the garbage, the dirt, the dirt, the dirt, the dirt. That's not something that is part of the package. But my first thing I'm coming with is security. And then I just told you I got a company that waiting to go and create a fertilizer from dirt. So, and another company coming from Texas to produce the garbage can from dirt. So the dirt is the easy part for me to make the city clean. My thing here is because you cannot produce fertilizer without dirt. You cannot produce, we're not producing garbage can. We're making the garbage can that you get at your backyard right now. We're making it with dirt. So you see why I'm not even focusing on that. Because those companies will hire, the both of them will hire between 7,000 to 7,500 Liberians. So they need that. They need that to do their business. And that's why I'm not even focusing on it. The city will be clean. It's not something to worry about. But my number one priority is what? Security and job creation for my brothers and sisters.
Do you think under the leadership of this guy, the city corporation was fully, properly managed?
I will leave that with the Liberian people. I will leave that with President Weah that appointed him. And that's why I want to change that law. The city mayor should not be appointed. The city mayor should be elected. And that person should be answerable to the Liberian people and not the president. Because if Jefferson Kochi were appointed, I mean, if Jefferson Kochi were elected by the people of Monrovia, they will understand that he will have to do something different. But Jefferson Kochi was elected by the president, and he only answerable to the president. So I leave that with him.
Is it as equivalent to say he did not manage to say that this is why he was sanctioned and all of that, or is that what are you afraid of?
No. I'm not afraid. If I were afraid, I would not be in Liberia more than 2 times. No, Jefferson Kochi was not voted by me or voted by anybody in the city, so he's not answerable to us. Jefferson Kochi was appointed to the appointed by President Weah, so he answerable to President Weah. I mean, hey, it's like the Liberian people say we don't want debate. We say let your presidential candidate tell us what he would do for you. They said, no, we don't want that. If the man get in power and the man, he or she is not delivering, don't go back to asking why he or she is not delivering. You said he don't have to tell you anything. That's the same thing here. So Jefferson Kochi was not elected by the people. He was appointed by President Weah. He's not answerable to us, and we have no control over that. I will leave that with President Weah to make that decision. He saw Jefferson Kochi. He appointed him, and for the past 6 years, he knew everything that Jefferson Kochi was doing, and he felt that Jefferson Kochi was doing everything right, and he kept it there.
What do you think is needed additionally in the city with the city? You live in Detroit, Michigan. You see the beauty of the cities. You have traveled to other places. What do you think differently that is not currently in the city of Monrovia, that if you are city mayor, you would like to share those sort of vision? Example of what?
There are a lot of things that need to be done. One, the city is the face of the country, and I want you to go to Monrovia and look at the best riverfront in the country. The best riverfront right now in the world is in Detroit, Michigan. You can check it. Thank you that I got somebody who close to our city mayor, Mark Duncan, who will also be one of our partner in helping to make to contribute to the city of Monrovia if I elected. So the city need tourists. There are a lot of Liberians want to invest in the country. You have to give them incentive. So, for example, I want the nurses that are in this country, they want to open a nurse a clinic. I have to provide incentive for them. But the number one thing they're worried about is security. Am I safe? So I want people who want to open businesses in the country, in the city. I have to provide tax break incentive to them. And so these are the kind of things I'm looking for. No, I'm a business, but I don't pay taxes in this country, but I make more money. And then
You don't pay taxes?
I don't pay taxes because I invest into real estate. It's legal. Yeah, so that's the same thing. Because I mean, I creating job, the layman will not understand it because it's a tax break. So that's the same thing I want. If you put in, and the reason is,
I thought you were going. I thought the answer was being like because smart. You remember Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton debate? Why now? He said because as smart he beat the system. So I just thought maybe you were beating the system. That's why you're not paying taxes.
No, yeah, and I teach financial literacy online, how to go into real estate and invest. No, it's not a crime, but the 99% would think that those who make that type of money, why are they not paying taxes? The reason is it's in the law. Tax eviction is different from tax. So that's a difference. So it's not me writing the law. They're just saying, look, if this man creating job, why should he pay taxes? So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of benefit going into business, and that's the same idea. That's the same vision I'm taking to the country. That look, if my big brother so want to go home with a $2 million business, why should we tax him and he's gonna create? So if your tax was $300,000 a year, I'm cutting that tax down to $150,000. The layman will say that $150,000 you giving to so free, but so gonna tell me how many people he's gonna hire. He hiring 100 people. The 100 people he hiring, they're paying taxes. They're paying $200,000 taxes. I just make $50,000 extra. So now it's not 300 again. It's 350,000. I'm giving you 150 tax break, but I'm making 200,000 from the employee that you hire in taxes. Plus you come in with your 150. So it's just a common logic, But it will be difficult for people who are in business. Yeah.
Before we go, who is a favorite politician in Liberia? Do you have one?
No. I love Jeremiah Kuhn. I like him as a person, but not a politician. I love Yeke, because he tough, but not what he say the way he insult and all that kind of thing. But I understand where he coming from. I'm not a fan for weak person, more especially a weak man, and that's why I always tell people that if you want to
Who
become
do
a
you consider
president,
weak? Who do you consider weak man, or who is your unfavorite politician in Liberia?
I mean, I just don't have a fan. I just don't have a favorite politician in Liberia. But I'm more concerned about when you look. I understand. I live in Liberia. I went to school there. I work as a money changer. I mean, I was a money changer in Liberia. I work for Judge Haddad. Um, um, I understand the system. But before you leave Liberia, I always tell people that if you want to become a good president in Liberia, don't go to, if you go to church 2 times a year, you will fail. You have to be tough. You have to be tough. You cannot blame when it comes to Liberia. You cannot blame. You have to be tough. I don't like weak men. Period.
Octavia Gilman, before we wrap up here, what is your most takeaway and what do you want for the audience to take away from this conversation with respect to your political quest?
I just got a text message from a senator who I don't know. I've never interacted with them before. They are watching and they said they will help.
Senator from Liberia?
Yes, Chestnut. So I don't know them.
Who,
I've never met
what is
them.
that a
Yeah.
newly elected senator? Newly elected senator or someone who been in the system? I say, is that a newly elected senator? Coming on the block?
Okay, you are breaking up. I did not hear you.
I was asking, is that a newly elected senator or someone that was re-elected?
No, someone that was re-elected, and I had no idea about them, and I knew them, but no, we never had a conversation, and they just said,
Which region or party are they associated with?
if I would call it city, if I would call it region, then why can't you call it name? You try. So, but I mean, they said, look, they will help.
We don't have anything on LPRA. You know the traditions of this network. What are they helping with?
The same way you protect your soul, that the same way I protecting my soul. So, but look, I mean, so that tell me that look, I'm grateful to be here, on this powerful platform. I'm ready, excited for that, and I'm blessed, and to be given the opportunity to express my vision and my idea. Look, I don't know everything. That's why my entire team in this country, and I surround myself with people. I'm the least educated man in my group when it comes to creative mind. I'm the least. I'm the broke one among my peers. And if I were given
Not even the broke one when you told us you walk over 5M and you say you're a broke
no,
person.
I did not call the figure, but I'm just telling you.
How much did you call?
I did not
How
call
much
a
did
figure.
you?
No, I did not call a figure. I said I'm blessed. And if I say I'm the broke
one, okay. I thought you say you're a million, billion,
no,
the blessed and the letter blessed and billion, all of them they are synonymous. So I just thought, I thought,
yeah, no, I did not call a figure. I just told you I'm blessed. But if I tell you I'm a broke one, that means all my friends that I surround myself with, I got 7, and these are all millionaires and billionaires. So that tells you right there. I mean, these are people who I learn from every single day, and every one of them are in real estate, in business. So and they are excited, and all of them are American, and they are excited for me, and they are waiting as well to go back home with me and contribute to the city. These are people who creating thousands of jobs in this country, and I'm just calling on all Liberians, more especially the young people. Let's make sure that look, if Joseph Newman appoint me as the mayor, that's fine. But you, as the citizen of that country, should make sure that your next.
So if he doesn't, there are 2 things here before we go. We are out of time here. 2 things here. If you try to meet Ambassador Boyka, and if that doesn't work, and if he doesn't appoint you, is that the end of your ambition for being mayor? Besides Monrovia, you have your own county? can you then switch gear, or would that be the end of the closure of your mayor leadership case?
No, no. If you really look at where I'm going with this, I want the mayor position to be on the ballot. And a lot of time Liberians can say, where you got in the country? And the reason why, see, because at that time I'm very private. I'm very, very private. And at that time people will know exactly what I have. But the thing is, whether he appoint me, if he refuse for whatever reason, look, I respect him. I pray for him to do well, because at the end of the day, it's about our country. And I will continue to do what I'm doing. I make more money from Liberia, in real estate. So I got a lot of investment there, and I will continue to invest in the country, and that will not change. But I'm just saying that, look, I'm excited that we having this discussion, more especially on this platform. Um, um, and I pray that God bless you, bless our audience. And I don't know everything, but if I become a mayor, I will be the least person in that building, and I want to surround myself with all business people and the best.
All business people?
Yes. All.
Okay. Octavious B. Gilman is based in Detroit, Michigan. Offers 100,000 for the major post. Are you ready to deposit that amount now?
Yeah, and to add that, I'm going to receive $1 in pay every month, and I'm waiting. Let me say this on your platform. I'm waiting to increase. Let me say it for the first time on your platform. I'm waiting to increase that amount to $150,000, and I'm going to only receive pay $1 every single month for the 6 years.
$1, $1.
$1, $1 every single month.
Taxes will be included or what?
No taxes.
Octavious Gilman, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's an honor.
All right. Well, that is the unusual of this network. We don't leave no one behind. It came in the news cycle. It's a major news outlet making that offer of his. He wants the positions of the mayor leadership of the city corporations of MONROVIA. So we decided to reach in and to get. I mean, we must tap into the minds of every Liberians, whether they are in or outside of the country, what the Tenkai they have in store. Our job here is, we are not a resistant movement to say, oh no, this person can't be, that person can be. That's not a work of generally, it's not a resistant movement. We'll listen to it and we'll provide a narrative, and you are the best to decide. Folks, I want to thank you so much. Yeah, Sherry. He had his reason to explain why he doing that. We want to thank you so much. We'll continue to have this sort of conversation. I monitored the conference of Representative Yeke Koloba. That was very much interesting. Yeah, we're going to see a lot of happenings in the coming days, week, or months ahead in the new administration. Until then, it's 1:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was just a special presentation to Mr. Octavious Gilman, who has made an offer of $100,000 United States dollars to the administration for the post, for the major post. He made it crystal clear. I'm not sure whether that's going to happen right now. He wants this municipal government to be returned where people will be able to elect, probably. That's the challenge. Or if there are other different interpretations or different meanings, well, we'll wait and see. But I think we need to return to that system where people are going to be elected. That's what used to happen in those days. Electing city mayors, superintendents, and all of that. Want to have the independence of government to be decentralized, because when the people in their local areas elect their own city mayor, superintendent, why it is truly going to be a costly process, but that's how it should be. that we avoid the influence or the infiltrations of the executive branch of government, of having some sort of absolute power, because once they are elected and they are doing the right thing, there's no way that the president can have those people to dismiss. I am Alfonso Zian, so have a pleasant afternoon. Thank you for sharing your evening with us. Bye-bye.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Love is all we need to make it stay. This is the time to come together. Keep Liberia safe forever. So open up your heart, let the unity begin. Love is all we need to make it stand.
Welcome to Fiber King of Woodland. Everyone that's looking for nice African for wedding, whatever fiber you need, you can just come over here. You have all this nice stuff.
You've worked for months to bring your or your client's event to life, but unfortunately, the world had another plan. In reality, the only thing you lost is the venue. We take your vision for hosting a virtual conference and bring it to life online. No matter how complex your agenda is, we produce a smooth, engaging experience.